Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California. If you're interested in what's happening at City Hall, among other things, or just want to keep track of what our local politicians are up to, welcome to the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when future videos are uploaded. City Manager's Report, December 3rd, 2019, City Council Meeting. This video contains excerpts from the December 3rd, 2019 City Council Meeting. It includes the City Manager's comments after the utility rates presentation about what the next step should be, and the response from Mayor Samra about what he wanted to happen next, given the mayor had not been officially on the committee this time around. It also includes the city manager's response to a question about the Proposition 68 grant and when we could expect an answer about whether or not we're getting that money, since it would be used to help pay for a huge land purchase and the creation of a multi-use recreational facility. And it includes the city manager's regular report about the following: a possible ACE train platform in downtown Livingston, and how the city had already set aside $640,000 towards the construction of a new platform, a transit center in that same direction, F&M Bank possibly opening a branch in the downtown, meeting with Adam Gray and Manuel Vieira about the future platform, Bright Development and a possible donation towards a Welcome to Livingston sign, the League of Cities Christmas dinner, the mural dedication that may be in mid to late January, and an update on electric aviation and meetings with Boeing, future locations for flight simulators, and why Livingston should be courting the electronic aviation sector.
I do have a few comments for the public and for the council. So in terms of next steps, just to outline it for everybody, the next step is at the next city council meeting, we'll be coming to council, asking council to begin the Prop 218 hearing process. And the 45-day period will start. We'll be sending out notices in Spanish, English, and Punjabi. We plan on having a series of workshops in the different languages as well. And so we'll just keep following that time frame. And again, the rates, unless council doesn't adopt it, will start in May of 2020.
Unfortunately for me, not unfortunately, but fortunately, we had two of our subcommittee members there. So I'm a little bit not up to date as much as I was when I was on the subcommittee myself. So what I would like to do between now and then, unfortunately this came out a day before Thanksgiving break, so I wasn't able to come to staff. What I would like to have, and this can be emailed to everybody, whoever wants it, and is exactly, I know there was some increase in debt and service in different enterprises, just exactly what's the increases in debt service is, and as far as the CIPs, what are we proposing to do in those years? I would like to have that. It's critical that we tell the folks, yes, you're going to pay more, but here's what you're going to get out of it as well. And also, I need to know those, before I act on the 218. I think it's very important. And and also there was some. I know there was some industrial water debt that's sitting out there, or that, I don't know, was that incorporated in this or not incorporated, or I'm kind of,
No, that one actually it was not incorporated in here, and it's standalone because that's the industrial.
I get that, So, but those are kind of questions, information I need to have. Had I been part of it, I would have asked those questions, but you let the new folks take over too, So those and I'll have some more questions I can hand over to you tomorrow.
Perfect.
In preparation prior to the next meeting, so to see where we're going to go with this. And also, people will always say we didn't. I think we need to at least put some sort of flyer out to people that we're going to be talking about this at our next meeting. We should have done it this way, but unfortunately, due to holidays, because we need to put something there that says higher rates expected. I'm sure you'll get a full house in here, but it's good to get it out on the front end so we know what we're going to deal with, if anything, so I think we should at least have a meeting, let the public know before we even move forward to 218, just to see what they come up with as well.
Grant, have we received any information?
Jose?
Yes, as it relates to the grant, Councilmember Aguilar is referencing Prop 68. So we did have thank you for actually, that was part of my, under my city manager's announcement. So I'll just jump in real quick. We actually had a visit by the state, so they interviewed us, and so that's a great sign. So we made it to the next round. So we should be expecting towards the end of this month, but given the holidays and stuff, and the state telling you that they're going to do it in December, it'll probably be in January. So so my hope is that we get an announcement sometime in January, because then it'll get really, really close to that date that you all know about, and so we have to figure that out. So we're going to be poking at the state and trying to see if we can get an answer a little sooner. So thank you for asking. Yes, Honorable Mayor and Council and public, there's a few things that I'd like to talk about today. One is, as you know, it's been quite a while that we've been trying to do everything that we can here locally to convince the decision makers as it relates to the ACE train to look at putting a platform here, because we think that that's going to really energize our downtown and really change the dynamics of Livingston if we have an ACE stoppage here. And so for those of you who are new, basically there's the ACE train that currently operates between San Jose and Stockton and Manteca, Lathrop area, are proposing to provide passenger rail service all the way out to Merced. So there's different stoppages, but they're either going to stop in Livingston or Atwater, not both. And so we've been doing everything that we can to, be seen and make the decision for the decision makers easy. So I've commissioned a study that was done by some professors at UOP to look at commuter numbers and so forth. We also programmed $640,000 towards the construction of the platform. And then not too long ago, we had that programmed that other money for the transit center in that same direction. I'm looking at making the presentation before their board in the very near future to show them how everything is interconnected, because I'm going to be talking about the 35 acres for the master planning, the specific plan for the different multifamily housing right across the street from the temple and where the medical clinic is at, and so forth and so on, and how all that ties in and the critical mass, and then tying it into what our beautification efforts that we're doing in our downtown, and the fact that we're going to have a F&M bank hopefully open up in the downtown. So all this is in our all the planning documents that we had in the past that we're still using with the roundabout. All that is interconnected. Transit-oriented development. Sexy it up, do all these things so that hopefully when they make their decision soon, they'll pick there. And in addition to that, I met with Adam Gray and Manuel Vieira, because Manuel owns that property right there, and he's open to allowing that area to be a platform. And so Adam's going to figure out how he can also help us and assist us. So we'll go from there. Move on to the next item, Bright Development, which is one of the more newest developers here in this area, and you might know off of Dwight over there. They've been very generous. They've been donating towards a lot of efforts here in town. They wanted to donate some more money, and so I came up with a proposal, and we'll see how they respond. But one of our goals is to have a Welcome to Livingston sign. You know, we have the poles currently right there where the railroad tracks are. That was part of our NCU study. Remember that?
Of course.
So I don't know what one of those would cost, but even if they just donated a certain amount, we'd start the kitty on this thing, and then sooner or later get it done. You want to say something?
Yeah. Last year, when I wished everybody Happy New Year, I put that old photo that we had, and people were wondering, that sign doesn't exist. Where is it? They were looking for that sign, actually, so it may be something worthwhile. I think it was good.
Yeah. So, again, I don't know how much they want to donate, but hopefully we can add a few zeros behind whatever they're proposing.
There you go.
And then the next thing is, Council, the league is having their annual Christmas dinner in Turlock at 6 o'clock next Thursday. So if you're interested, please let Monica know, because Stephen Qualls is texting me every day.
He does.
And then the next thing is, since our artist is on vacation, our mural artist, we're having our mural dedication probably mid-January, somewhere in there, I don't know, or late January. And so stay tuned for that date, because we want to make that big. And I also want to thank the Aguilar family, because they donated the bronze plaque that will be placed somewhere over there. And then lastly, I wanted to give everybody an update on I've been talking a lot about the electric aviation and how we can really benefit here in the Central Valley. And of course, I want to make sure that Livingston gets a piece of the action. So we had some meetings with Boeing. They came down, they flew down, they were very excited, and they've actually want to become partners, and they've actually given 5 simulators. So these are flight simulators. These are, the real deal, what they use to train folks, and asking them for more. And I had meetings with Superintendent Samra, and he got excited and he said yes. So I'm putting a request in to actually have a flight simulator placed here, and then we can have a curriculum. And you're probably all wondering, all this stuff. Well, first of all, there's a shortage of pilots. Just forget about electric plane pilots, just pilots in general. There's like 19,000 pilots that are needed, or a shortage. Number 2, electric aviation is a lot cheaper than using, regular combustion engines. And these planes can take off and land on, 2 parking stalls, okay? And as the rules start to evolve and more charging stations start to, infrastructure, the valley is really positioned to really take advantage of this, because a lot of these little airports that these different communities have, we don't have one, but we'll figure it out here. We can do the training, we can do other things, but just think about it: 9 passenger planes that you don't need to go through security. They can fly folks in from Gustine to the regional airports, and then from the regional airports to the international. So we've asked the governor to establish a working group around this issue, and there seems to be a lot of interest. And a lot of the COGs, the A-Valley COGs, have actually signed on to this. There will be another presentation at the San Joaquin Valley Partnership on December 13th in Houston between 10 and 3, just in case you guys are interested. So anyways, very exciting, and I do think that there's something in there for our community, so I'm going to keep pushing. So if that's all on my end, unless you have any questions, thank you.
So, what do you think? Are you planning to attend Tuesday's public information meeting on utility rates, or watching it online? In the meantime, if you have comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below this video. Since you're here, you also might want to check out some of the other links in the description below. I am including a link to the utility rates presentation given to the Council on December 3rd. There is also a link to the Council's discussion about the option to buy Livingston Farmers Association land. I am also including a link to a Wikipedia article about California's Sustainable Groundwater Management Act and the contact information for the police chief, county supervisor, city manager, and city council members. Until next time, this is the gardening snail of Livingston, California, because not every critter is hiding under a rock.